Over 100 heads of state of government will be in New York this week, including, for the first time, US President Donald Trump. He has often been critical of the United Nations, and all eyes will be on the General Assembly podium as he delivers his speech Tuesday.
Nobody really knows what Trump is going to do. He could give a very aggressive anti-UN speech. Equally, he could try and use this as an opportunity to build better relations with other leaders and be relatively positive.
Please raise their hand.
The United Nations security, however, has shown rare unity in recent months, passing multiple sanctions resolutions against the DPRK in response to its accelerated missile and nuclear testing. And the US will use this week to try and push for more action against Pyongyang. But experts also believe that world leaders will use this week to press the US to accept that the only solution to the DPRK crisis is diplomatic, not military.
This is more of an opportunity for a wide range of leaders, and actually especially leaders of US allies, to ram home the theme that we need a diplomatic solution to the Korean problem. And if President Trump gives even a hint that he is minded to go to war, that will really shake up a lot of his audience.
China's delegation will be led by Foreign Minister Wang Yi, who will continue to push for Beijing's plan to calm Korean tensions. The dual freeze, as it's known, aims to secure a freeze on Pyongyang's missile and nuclear tests in return for a reduction in US war games on the peninsula. It's also the first United Nations General Assembly for the new UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres. He is leading an organisation that is having to deal with multiple security and humanitarian crises, from intractable civil wars in Syria and Yemen, refugees in record numbers fleeing Africa, the Middle East and now Asia, as the Rohingya crisis rages in Myanmar. Myanmar's State Councillor and Foreign Minister Aung San Suu Kyi is no longer coming to the United Nations General Assembly. Other world leaders, including Russia's Vladimir Putin and Germany's Angela Merkel, will also not be in attendance in New York this week. Iran's newly re-elected President Hassan Rouhani, however, will be. He will highlight Iran's continued compliance with the historic nuclear deal, which hardliners in the Trump administration oppose. From South Sudan to Syria to the DPRK and an ambitious development agenda, never has the United Nations had so much on its plate at one time. And this week here at its headquarters will be a test of commitment by world leaders to rallying round to support the United Nations and also find common ground for global problems. Nathan King, CGTN at the United Nations headquarters in New York.